Robert Glover, my grandfather, better known as Jack Glover, was proprietor of a consortium of picture theatres in Gippsland in the first half of last century. He made a number of local newsreels that were shown at the Prince Regent, the Glovers Theatre in Cunningham Street sale, from the late 1920s until his untimely death in 1945. The few fragments of film that remain are in poor condition. But thankfully, due to the efforts of certain family members and the National Film and Sound Archive, they survive to this day to provide at least a flicker of insight into Jack's filmmaking and local events of the time. The film featured here is a short piece of footage of some local schoolboys flying a model aeroplane under the guidance of radio shop proprietor C.H. Tuckey. Effectively, it's a product placement piece. You will see them scampering like kangaroos on a grassy plain somewhere near Sale, chasing their boy's own object of delight. I made no attempt to restore the film, so it bears the marks of time, as have the people and place it depicts. It often wavers and fades like a candle threatening to extinguish. Events in the life of the nitrate film itself are recorded in the scars of its near immolation. But I have tried to enhance the viewing experience by slowing the film and inserting still shots. If viewers recognise the people and place, please leave a comment with relevant information. Your assistance in rescuing them from anonymity would be appreciated. I've also inserted a 1970s soundtrack of my great Auntie Dot Trimble playing piano. And if you listen carefully, you will hear her groans of complaint about her aged fingers not performing at her peak standard. Little would our beloved Edwardian auntie have known she would one day become a silent movie accompanist on YouTube. My grandfather's films first caught my attention during my research on the Glover family origins and their connections with Gippsland for my 2006 PhD thesis that explores the sociological dimensions of the topic, sense of place. This particular piece of footage especially interests me because it features my father, Fred Glover, who died in 2001 at the age of 76. Fred's the bespectacled boy you will see launching the plane, about age 13, which dates the film to about 1938. Fred's interest in model planes didn't end with childhood. He was building and flying them not long before his death. I can still recall from childhood the pungent smell of the dope used to dress the fabric he stretched over the long wingspans of his intricate constructions. Here's my brother John and I holding the wings, and a neighbour, Paul Hammond, near the tail. John became a young enthusiast too. Like father, like son. And it's probable Fred's enthusiasm was influenced by Jack, for whom theatre proprietor was a second-choice career after a failed attempt to interest his entrepreneurial selector father in financing an airline in the 1920s. A quintessential man of his time, Jack was destined to enthusiastically embrace at least one of those glamorous 20th century innovations for transcending time and space. And so he uses one of them here in his silent movie to capture his son playing with the machine of his dreams. Here's Jack in a prop he made to promote one of the Hollywood films he showed at his theatre. And here he is, on location, filming one of his own newsreels. So now we'll join those patrons of the Prince Regent of last century as viewers of Jack Glover's newsreel titled Locally Made by Local Schoolboys, Model Aeroplanes Under Supervision, C.H. Tuckey. I hope you will find something in it that will interest you. Thank you.